What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 19 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Arkhan the Black campaign. As we saw last time, King Nagash faced off against the Skaven, who came on down to fire us and decided to use a nuke on the tiny little garrison. It was a weird bit of a situation and a little bit annoying by virtue of the loss of Virus, though we did get it back and destroy the enemy armies in reprisal. And we do want to probably go to Skavenblight and get it, A, because of the book, and B, because now that they've started on that, they're probably going to try to continue annoying us, since they're willing to ignore Talea, who's right beside them, and whoever else is right beside them, to sail their armies down to us. And I guess they're ignoring Clan Angrand as well. Yeah. Though, of course, if we go to Skavenblight, then everybody around there will be attacking us. But you know what, frankly? We're kind of used to it at this point. Everyone from everywhere is attacking us anyway. Anyway, in terms of what we gotta do this turn, we do have quite a bit of money, and we may be able to acquire a little bit more by finally doing at least one of the military alliances. Let's also double check, let's say you, King Araru. We do want to replace that corpse cart with Balefire with a corpse cart with Unholy Lodestone. I just want to make sure that Sylvania does offer enough. Yes, okay, we have enough Allegiance. Yeah, we gotta start moving away from the Templehof Conclave stuff. They will die, and we also don't really need that corpse cart, so yes. Balefire, please, or not Balefire, please, the opposite of that. The Unholy Lodestone. And that'll power up this army. Jocht already has one, and Sanacht, I don't remember, you don't have one. Can we afford one right now? Just out of curiosity. 11, no, so next turn. Maybe I should have done yours first, because you can't move right now anyway, and Araru could have, but at the end of the day, not a huge deal. Alrighty, well, now we're prepared. We also probably have to fight off the Red Fangs here, which is why Arkhan had to go back to this place. And then we'll see what's going on up here. Maybe destroy this little rebel force just for the little bit of extra XP and money. We'll see. But otherwise, it may be time once again for Arkhan to sail to Skavenblight if he doesn't immediately need to move southward. As soon as the Cult of Sigmar declares war on us, we will. So we do have to pay attention to that. Anyway, diplomacy before the buildings and the ending of the turn. Let's see what we're working with here. World Walkers and Templehof don't particularly care about either of you or either of those things. Trade agreements, nope.
Ready.
Alright, so in fact, really, we only have these things. Alright, let's go War Coordination. Let's go out Ally Missions and Spite. Plague. Where did this just zoom in? Ah, okay, looks like there's another Skaven army at sea, judging by the fact that this is showing us. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to hunt that down, so let's go Plague Wolf then. I assume this army's going to us as well. Fortunately, King Nagash is here to deal with it, but yeah, looks like the rats ain't gonna let up. Otherwise, oh damn, should not have closed the diplomacy window. What did we have here? So, military agreement or military alliance with the Drakenhof Conclave. This, I don't think we want to do, mostly because it'll piss off Crocky, and I feel like we leave him alone for now. The Awakened, however, are basically all fighting enemies of ours right now anyway. So there's really no reason not to have a military alliance with them. Yeah, these factions are going to hate us more, but they already hate us quite a bit. Let's do that. Military alliance with you, and you're willing to give us 3k? I love it. Alrighty, and while we're at it, let's double check if anybody's willing to peace out with us for money. Clan Grittis and Ancestral Throng. The Ancestral Throng we should probably leave alone to keep Nagarond happy. Clan Grittis we're fighting because of the Cult of Pleasure. But you know what? At 19, 3.3k, 3.4 nearly, yeah, it's too worth it. Even if these guys aren't so happy about it.
I'm here.
In fact, are we still at war with, wait, where is this? Bleak Holes, yes we are still at war with them, okay. At least we're still at war with that one faction that we declared war to get friendly with the Cult of Pleasure. That's fine. Now, we do have plenty of money, and if we wanted to, though it's still a little bit dangerous, we can build the Pyramid of King Amenemnetum at Zandri. Income from trade tariffs, well, we don't make too much money from trade, so unfortunately that's not going to be super valuable. And I frankly don't really care about the Zandri Black Shields either. Their armor is once again a little bit too low and weak, although they do have bolstered attack by the looks of it, so integrating them into a couple of other armies may be worth our time, and just as sort of protectors of flanks or maybe guarders of artillery. And either way, it'll give us extra jars, extra control, extra hero capacity. Yeah, alright. I'm just thinking of comparing it with the other pyramids that may come available, like next turn, I believe, and the Pyramid of Khemri as well. Now, speaking of Khemri, let's get to that crumbling temple up and running. And you know what? Springs of Eternal Life and Numas. I think one of you we're going to replace with a growth building. We need more growth here. I know, in fact, we need to build the Pyramid at Numas as well. Yeah, alright, let's do one of these. It is a significant reduction in the amount of movement we have, but it is what it is. Also, is there anything here we can delete to get more growth now? Only the Tainted Oasis, and we're going to keep hold of this, at least for now. We can always replace it later, but I do want another Screaming Skull Catapult. Man, getting capacity for Screaming Skulls is very difficult, especially in the early game. Later on, it won't be nearly as much of a problem, but damn if it isn't a problem now. In terms of where we're not collecting income, let's just double check that here. Oh, right, Death Gorge, you need an upgrade. You're not in the right worship, but honestly, I think it'll be worth it to start on it. It's going to take forever anyway. And we do want that Necro Serpent nest. Yeah, alrighty. Well, you can't collect public order. Great Desert of Araby will probably never need to. A Vulture Mountain, we're at +7. And now still -3. Damn, yeah, we just need more public order. I wonder, if we build the Black Tower of Arkhan, does that give us public order here? Let me see here. Faction-wide, okay, great. Or control, whatever. I still can't shake it. I still always just refer to it, the entire thing as public order. Yeah, so Zandri, this should count as an adjacent province, so it will help the public order of this place, so good. We really need it. Alrighty, and otherwise, we're looking okay this turn. Do have a little bit of money remaining, but we can skip that. Outpost upgrade available, we, I believe, skip as well. Regular outpost available, and the Drowned. Right. The Drowned and their problems. I mean, Clarkaron may survive. It does have a defensive building, although the garrison, frankly, is kind of weak. Lots of zombie pirate deckhands. Nothing crazy in there. And it's a tier 3 garrison with a tier 2... Alright, there's a tier 2 defensive building with a tier 3 settlement. And you know what, I'm going to hold off on spending money on that for now, just in case they die. Although we should probably also take a look at if there's anything we want to build for one turn. In, for example, the Dreadfleet or the Awakened. 36 and 70, alright, so it's looking pretty good for these guys at the very least. Yeah, we do want some Carronades, but not in this army, so that doesn't really change anything anyway. And Pirates at 61 as well. They do have Man-Eaters if we want some non-undead units. Rotting Prometheans. But really nothing that we really need right now. Maybe get some Mourngulls later on, but... Alright, and we can skip that for now. Let's end the turn. Let's proceed to, I guess, fighting Ogak here. If he doesn't run away. Hopefully he doesn't run away. Alright, let's see what we're looking at here. Heinrich Kemmler, let me guess, you want a military alliance? I'm gonna go with no, but thank you. Not for 1k, that's for certain. And all he's gonna do is he's gonna peace out and then get us in a bunch more wars with a bunch more factions. Alrighty, and it looks like Ogak will run away, unfortunately. Confederation between Telakwa and Zlatlan and Galbaraz, which we have just retaken, has received a plague. King Sanak, need to get the heck out of there. You can now travel through our allies' quote-unquote territory here. You could go... Ooh, there's a plague here as well. Oh, no. Skaven Plague. There's a decent chance it'll get transferred to Gorgazan. We could switch to the Worship of Joff, and in fact, you know what? I think we're gonna, just in case. And in fact, we can get some value out of this as well, because the garrisons here are basically down, so we can recover them. Alright, you're gonna go into this territory for now. Guess there's not much for you to do otherwise. Alright, away you go. Arkhan. Well, now that Augak is gone, I'm not entirely sure what to do. With you, I guess if we move King Sanok to Death Gorge, and we move Ketakor up to scout for us, we could at least see what's going on out there. Let's go also into ambush stance just in case he comes back. We'll spend one turn here. If he doesn't come back, well then away we go. That looks good, right? Plus 25, eh? Now let's collect the income. The character presence is really helping us out here. Okie dokie, and we do have 10,000 gold once again. Volky's also hanging around. How close are we to you? 1 turn left. Okay, lovely. Khemri, you are at the next level. You are just a tiny bit short of it. I wonder if we can get something out of diplomacy to get that. But let's take a look at everybody else first. Jokt, you can go into ambush, or return to ambush, and stay between these territories once again. And ooh, Asabar is under siege. Oh, I would absolutely love it if that worked out, because then we wouldn't have to betray them. And I'm pretty sure if they died and we didn't betray them, we would still be able to keep the black coaches, which we really want. In fact, now's probably a good time to try to use all of our allegiance, though I'm not entirely sure which lord on. Well, I assume those guys are going to be sieging for at least a couple of turns. We could try to do something with Araru, but I want him to move into the Great Desert of Araby shortly and get some archers going. Alright, you know what? Go here, I guess. And then go into Entomb Beneath the Sands. Prepare for next turn anyway. You know what we need? We need a scout down here. Tic-Tac-Toe's attacked there before, and he will probably attack again. Hence, we need a scout up here. So in that light... Ooh, Rakash, are you able to reach this guy? Oh, I wonder if he... Nah, there's no way he'd fight, right? There's probably no way. He'll just move away.
Even assassin cannot not.
I guess we'll see, though. What we want to also do is move this hero out and send him northward. This is the wrong hero, right? Yeah, you're a Lich Priest of Death. You're gonna go out there, and then you, my friend, are gonna move into the army, like so. And... Wait, what? Why did... What? How did that happen? I don't understand what happened. This guy still has movement range and it's full, and this guy suddenly lost all of his movement. Alright, if anybody can explain to me what the heck just happened there, and how that works, considering this guy's lost no movement, and this guy's lost basically no movement, but now we suddenly can't reach you. Very strange. Alrighty, I guess we're heading out through this harbor then. Oh, what's the likelihood that this guy lands at Phyrus again? It exists. It certainly exists. You know what? Go into ambush right there. I guess that's probably the best way to do this. Yeah, we could go to outside El Haik, but who knows? If this guy lands at Phyrus, if the ambush succeeds, then at least that'll be fine. And I sincerely doubt that he can take Kofur. Not with that stack. I hope. We shall see. Alrighty, well, that is prepared, or as best prepared as it's gonna be for now. I wanted to see whether there was something we could recruit for you, and why? Military build chain buildings in the settlement containing the outpost are required for... Oh, because he's under siege, we can't use the allegiance. Well, that's a shame. I wanted a few more black coaches. I mean, obviously we can build them from Vlad, assuming that Vlad survives, but okay, I guess you're staying right there, Araru. And if you're gonna stay right there, just go into channeling stance. Yeah. And which settlement do you want to start in? I guess it's probably gonna be one. Okie dokie. Well, that looks goodish. I also need to build a bunch of other stuff here as well. But yeah, more pyramids. More pyramids is better. Can't have too many pyramids. There's one thing you know about the Tomb Kings. Let's double-check diplomacy if we can somehow make a little bit of cash in order to build that next pyramid. But if we can't, we can always build it next turn, or the turn after that. Let's see, Templehof and World Walkers, we're looking... You know what, that's probably going to piss off a bunch of more factions. I'd rather leave those guys alone for now. This all looks good. Ooh, we do have lots more quests available. You still want that military alliance. Ah, but what if he dies here? What's the likelihood of him dying? You know what? I'll check this in a second. And, oh, look, the Bleak Holds are willing to peace out now. How much money? 500, not worth it.
What?
Alright, let's do War Coordination and Ally Missions. Morphinrot the Mad. Up here in Skavenblight. Snickich. Another... No, wait. Snickich is down here. Wait, then whose mission did we have before? For killing who? Oh, it was also Snickich. Okay, well, I'm gonna go all in on killing Snickich, hopefully. Lots and lots of quests. So please try to land at Fyrus, buddy. And please fail at it. Alright, so what I wanted to see here was what's the defenses like at Kasabar? They are under siege, and it looks like these guys are unwilling to sally out. They are suffering attrition, and the army itself is relatively weak. And you know, as soon as they succeed at destroying them, they will probably immediately declare war on us, so King Jock, you gotta be ready, buddy. In fact, I know that there are dwarfs here. Ah, but this guy's got a full stack. Oh my. He's got a strong full stack by the looks of it. We'll have to watch out for that as well. Also, when do we have this? No, 16. I'm actually not sure that this stack could defeat Thorax. Look at that. How would we go about killing all that artillery and stuff? This is still fairly basic. Can Qatar defend itself there? Hard to say. I may have to find out, though, as in we may not have much of a choice. Yeah, I'm just wondering whether we do the military access with these, or alliance with these guys right before they die, if they do in fact die. We could take the chance, even if it does piss off Crocky here. You want to join any other wars with us? Keep friendly with you. How about Legion of Chaos? No? He doesn't seem to care that we about our current alliance with the with these guys. You know what? Let's just do it. I hate missing out on the free money if these guys die anyway. Huh, they do seem to have the opportunity to move forward. Alright, let's try it.
Yes.
Don't you screw us on this, Manny. At the very least, these guys are going to keep fighting him, and whenever they declare war on us, we'll deal with it ourselves. Now, that does give us enough money to build the next pyramid at Camry. We need 1 population surplus. Okay, well, I guess we'll build it next turn then. We can also build the Undead Quarrymen here. Granted at a loss of canopic jars per turn, but a little bit more cash per turn is always going to come in handy. Or in the alternative, the Golden Age Monument, which will give us growth for all provinces, and even more growth adjacently. I could always build this right now and then delete it later for something better. And I think the growth is probably going to be more important right now. Especially while we don't have main settlements up in a lot of places. The other option would be, of course, to just go for a military building like the Necroserpent Nest to get more access to sepulchral stalkers, which would be great as well. We are gaining a decent amount. Yeah, you know what, nonetheless, I think we're going to go for growth. At least for now. It's +3 at level 1. Oh man, it's so little though. +10 all adjacent. What's your growth at currently? It's 143. Honestly, 10 probably wouldn't make that much of a difference. It's probably easier to just build a growth building in every territory rather than bother with that. Screw it. Not powerful enough. Let's go for the Necroserpent Nest then. More Sepulchral Stalkers, and then we'll build the pyramid here as well. Or we just go straight for the money instead. You know, screw it. We're gonna go straight for the money. We're gonna build the Necroserpent Nest when we delete the catacombs here, but we'll do that later. Okay, that decision's been made. We can't build the pyramid right now, but there may be other things that we can build. Fyrus, let's get you back up and running, and hopefully they will fall for it. Land of the Dead, we just checked, though the Springs of Eternal Life, we do want to get the growth there as well. Tempted by the marble quarry, mind you, but it's the growth that we deleted that thing for, so we can always delete it afterwards as well. Black Tower of Arkhan, you're nearly at level 3, and you are in the right commandment. This place is also in the right commandment. Good. Line of Assassins, yeah, keep getting that public order. What do we have here? Black Pyramid of Nagash. Yes, you are going to need upgrades next turn as well, so let's switch you to a reduction of costs. We are looking good here, and Vulture Mountain, we're holding off on you. Nothing critical. Well, you know what, screw it. We can upgrade to the Eye of the Panther. There we go. That I'm happy with. We can skip the rest, unless I'm mistaken, and then we can, I don't know, march north, march south, do something, hopefully. Maybe Thorak will jump down, and then we'll see if we can deal with him at all. But, ooh, yes, this might happen. Let's see what happens here. What? Okay, well, apparently he had the order to move... Huh? That makes no sense. How could he have had the order to move... Ugh. Okay. That's annoying. I don't understand how he could have had the order to move when he was in ambush, which means I think he had movement points remaining, which means he should have moved as soon as he was ordered. I have no idea what's going on over there. Whatever. Military Alliance is going to be a no. Oh, now I have to go after those damn rats. Cult of Sigmar. Ah, there it is. Alright. Well, we've been expecting this for a while. And they are going to immediately attack the Springs of Eternal Life. Pyrrhic victory for us. Yeah, we do have a defensive structure here. We're not going to bother fighting this. We're going to send our army to attack Volky and the rest of his forces. And it looks like Kasabar will survive. They would rather attack us and then deal with this. At least we'll get a little bit of cash out of this. And you now have a direction, Mr. Jocht. And there's Volky. Alright, let's try to ambush him then. I was hoping to recruit some new stuff with Araru, but it looks like he has a fight for him instead. Which is also fine. A little bit annoyed about that ambush, but whatever. Phyrus has been testing me. Faction destroyed Paravan. Can you reach this? You can, but I'm willing to bet that the rats will try to sail away. If you try, not that it matters all that much. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, they're gonna run. Can they run far enough, though? As in, not this turn, but next turn. We shall see. We shall see where they go. You sail up here. We need to be forewarned of any new rats that come sailing down. Volky is going for El Calibad by the looks of it, so we're gonna set up an ambush that hopefully doesn't fail. And this time around outside El Calibad. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, only 40%. We need 4 turns to get the Great Incantation of Kassar. And that would be swell, but for now, we're gonna have to do without. Black Tower of Arkhan, you are going to start building that Fated Pyramidion. Although, you know what? Maybe not. We can upgrade these things very soon, so perhaps we should prioritize those. Also, Black Pyramid of Nagash. You're able to start on the vault. It's hilariously expensive, but yeah, go for it. Go for it, and we can also upgrade you, but I guess we have to prioritize the Khemri Pyramid, the Great Pyramid of Cetra. Let's do that. Honestly, I wouldn't bother with the pyramids if they didn't, or right now anyway, if they didn't offer us so much extra gold, so much extra capacity for all heroes, which they do. And yeah, looks like these guys live. Volky, you had your chance, man. You had your chance to destroy them. Wait. In fact, by the looks of it, either he won or this place was sacked. And this is what remains. I don't know what exactly happened. It does mean that the Springs of Eternal Life are safe-ish for now. It also probably means that they will come for it again. We also want to take Bagar. But I'm very wary of moving King Jocht when Thorak is right there. Though he is also at war with the lizards, so yeah. Arkhan, do you want to take out Tichet here? Hey, we could. I wonder if these guys would appreciate it if we did. This is a rebellious little force, right? Yeah. Alright, just do it. Why not? wonder if this counts as help. Auto-resolve this. It is free money and free XP, if nothing else. Garbage little army, and we got... we could do replenishment, but we're kind of in our own friendly territory anyway. Let's just go Endless March. We gotta move back anyway. Alright, there we go. And a free Gleaming Pennant. Well, at least we got something out of it. Ruler's Tolerance, War, Gifts, Treaties... Yeah, no, it doesn't say anything about helping. Shame. Not like we really wanted Kirik Asgal, but whatever. Let's send Arkhan back the way he came, then. Now to Death Gorge. Ketakor, you're staying up here so that we know exactly what's going on. Basically make a permanent little scout, or be a permanent little scout. Sanakt, you're going to Death Gorge to defend it while Arkhan goes to Skavenblight. Alrighty, and Galbaraz. We really want those Ruins of Morcaine, so hopefully it doesn't fall again. We need growth immediate, minus 241. Oh, Skaven Plague. Yeah, alright, we're immediately building growth, so that afterwards... Actually, we do have enough money to build the next level of defenses. Yeah, fine. Let's go for the main building first. And nice. I can't believe we don't have enough money to build the growth building. Alrighty, well, King Araru's ambush is set up. King Jocht, you remain in ambush, but because we don't know where Thorak is gonna jump, I don't think we can move you. Everybody else, I believe, is good. We have no money, so unless there's diplomacy to do, we're gonna end the turn, and we're gonna hopefully get a fight against Volky. Alright, Templehof, again they want stuff, but that's not gonna happen. Musion almost good. Harganet, that's 2.4, eh? Near to military access.
Yes.
Barrow Legion want that military access more, and oh wow, 15, eh? How much money? 3k. Is it worth it pissing off the Cult of Pleasure? How much do they hate us, or how do they feel about us right now? A minus 13, deteriorating because we did the treaty with Clan Grittus. Yeah, they're not gonna appreciate it. On the other hand, how much do we care right now?
Well, corpse.
I'd rather have the 3k. Peace out. We could always redeclare war on them later, just like we've already done twice. Alright. It works for me. The money is more valuable to us right now, and this might actually allow us to build another Fated Pyramidion. Let's see. Black Tower of Arkhan? Not you, because you are saving. And we technically don't need this here either. We'll replace it later. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but let's upgrade that Tainted Oasis. Khemri, yes. Let us upgrade your Memorial Masons. And we can't do the Mortuary Sanctum until a turn or so, but that's fine. Alrighty, looks good to me. We have nothing else. Also nice. And skip the rest of it. Let's end the turn, and let's hope we get a nice fight. Ooh, wait. You have a point. Oh, it's because you're level 9. You're supposed to have a point. Never mind, then. Where you going, Volky? Come tell Calabad. Alright, I don't know where Itza went, but it looks like they moved southward. Can't quite tell if Volky is moving. There he goes, and yes indeed, he will get ambushed. Now, you know what, we're gonna fight this, because frankly I've been thinking, yeah, we're gonna get a better battle, because we keep getting these, like, smaller fights, but you know, who knows if we will, so this one we shall fight. He does now have Grand Shield of Faith and Grand Hammer of Sigmar, but still no War Altar, and still no Soulfire, which are the scariest things for us to encounter here. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. I don't imagine this is going to be all that difficult, at least in theory, though partly because the enemy has so many USHABTI to contend with. On the other hand, however, They have huntsmen and halberdiers, and that is a lot of anti-large to potentially counter the USHABTI. Now that said, how effective that will be, we're going to see. We're going to march forward and down with the USHABTI together with these skeleton warriors right into these piles of enemy halberdiers. Our artillery is at the back of the enemy column, firing into the huntsmen for a brief few seconds until the ghouls get ready to move in and stop these guys from doing anything. And there we go, USHABTI charging down from that hill, moving in much earlier, or much faster I should say, and then the skeleton warriors. Well, the skeleton warriors will be along shortly, and there we go, arrows dropping down over the USHABTI's heads, and the USHABTI are just doing massive amounts of splash damage. There we go, and we're going to apply the Job's Incantation of Cursed Blades and physical resistance to our USHABTI while bombarding those poor halberdiers with our artillery as well, especially now that the ghouls are taking out all the huntsmen. Well, that's gotta hurt. And let's see, after a few seconds, damn, that was quick. Most of the halberdiers are already in wavering or are otherwise routing already. The enemy has lost about half of its army in the first minute, and I think that the rest of the army should be routing fully or shattered extremely shortly. We do still have Volkmar to contend with, however, and he is unbreakable, so he will fight to the death. And our Lord is currently fighting him a little bit, but obviously that's not a great matchup, at least until the Lord is got a lot more HP on him. So we're just going to move away a little bit, like so. And send in some USHABTI and some skeleton spears to surround Volkmar and kill him. He's going to have a much more difficult time in dealing with the USHABTI. Now, in the meantime, obviously the enemy army, the entirety of the enemy army, I should say, has already shattered. So it's just watching Volky get smacked around by the USHABTI until the battle ends. Alrighty, there we go. Now he is surrounded. I do wish that units had better behavior with regards to surround, because a bunch of them aren't really doing anything right now, but, well, it's okay. Volky is at about half HP, a little bit lower, and I'm just double checking, and yes, indeed, the entire enemy army has otherwise shattered. Ghouls will chase everything down, no problem, and we even have our reinforcements on the field as well in 4 seconds, which means a couple skeleton horsemen, as well as a couple more USHABTI to chase more stuff down.
Retreat!
Yeah, you retreat alright. It's more of a rout than a retreat, but sure. And there we go, and the USHABTI are certainly fast enough to chase enemy units down. I don't know who's more effective at it, Crypt Horrors or USHABTI. I would imagine that by virtue of the poison alone, that USHABTI should be able to do it a little bit better, but who knows. And give it a try or a test at some point. Alrighty, Volkmar is now at about a third of his HP. And still a little bit more. No need to commit our Lord to it yet, or at least not again, while he is still relatively low HP, though we're healing him a little bit with the occasional cast from our Lich Priest via the Lore of Nehekara, which is just using the passes to heal everybody up. Not that the USHABTI are damaged at all, mind you, and they're also getting heals from the Corpse Guard. There we go, a couple more hits. Who will finally bring Volkmar down? It may be the Necrotect, who is at full HP and has moved in to help out as well, especially since this guy's, you know, he's scratching up the USHABTI that the Necrotect painstakingly built and took care of. There we go, looks like this USHABTI got the kill, and with its dual Kopeshes. Very, very nice. Good job, Necrotect. You protect your work. You worked hard on those. Alrighty, and there we go. With that, the battle ends. We are still, however, chasing stuff around. The Flock of Jaffa and the Crypt Horror, or Crypt Ghouls, rather. I wish horrors. The Crypt Ghouls are working on the enemy halberdiers. Most of the runners look like they're going to be destroyed. I think one of the enemy huntsmen did manage to make it off field, and maybe one of the halberdiers. Yeah, I just saw one of the halberdiers run. But that's about it, and this army is completely done. Still, great job to Volkmar for holding out so long. He took our Lord down to half HP and then fought those USHABTI and Skeleton Spears for ages. And that is once again without his War Altar of Sigmar. and without his soulfire. How scary is he going to get? Maybe we should delete him, as in his faction, before he actually manages to acquire those things. Look at this, there's a fort up here. And this is not Tomb King architecture. Maybe it's Bretonnian, kind of hard to tell. There's like a... Bretonnians tend to use much more light bricks, grayish white as I recall. Whereas this is very dark. I wonder whose structure this is. I gotta double check. Although, wait, how would I double check? I'm wondering whose territory was this originally. Anyway, I digress. In the easy little battle of Volki is dead, and his capital, Sudenburg, should remain now open for us to attack. There we go, not too bad. Of course, Volkmar, as usual, is an absolute monster to try to bring down, but bring him down. We did. In addition to that, I do find it interesting that the AI's been doing a good job with the rock, paper, scissors thing, and building halberdiers and huntsmen to count all of our larger units, especially once we started pumping out USHABTI, compared to the great swords that the AI was constantly building before. We got another 2k, and we got more pyramids and stuff to fund, so let's take that. Although the canopic jars do tempt me at this stage. We're probably going to start taking more canopic jars reasonably soon. Now, we're going to have to decide whether we try to siege Sudenburg with King Araru, or whether we go back and heal, or not heal, or recruit more USHABTI with the Great Bow, to be specific. Red Duke, you want a military access, and you're willing to pay us a little bit of cash for it as well. Not willing to go for the trade agreement, but you know what? Maybe this isn't such a bad idea. Yeah, the Barrow Legion doesn't like it, but I fear that the Barrow Legion will be no more shortly, so yeah, let's ignore them. Man, it would be unfortunate if all the vampire counts died. I have a difficult time imagining anybody... Whoa, what is this? Mad Mulletson decided to attack King Rakash in the sea. Oh, that's real interesting. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I was really not expecting that. Okay, well obviously we're going to have to fight this. Well, I mean, technically we don't have to, we could probably just retreat, but I am tempted by it, I gotta say. Yeah, alrighty, we will fight this, but unfortunately I think we don't have time for a long cinematic battle, as this looks to be one that is gonna take some time and is going to be worth fighting. So in that light, I'm actually going to call this episode here instead, and we will start off the next episode with the battle between King Rakash and Mad Mulletson. It looks like there will be a few very tough units to take down here: the Skin Wolves, the Feral Mammoth, the Frostworm, and of course the Marauder Champions. In fact, our army's a little bit too basic for this, but I'm sure that we will overcome. Stay tuned for the battle, don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.